Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back to another video. This week's video, we're going to talk about what I eat in a day for weight loss. Now, this can be a bit of a controversial topic because everyone has their own opinions when it comes to weight loss and what they eat and whether or not you can have McDonald's or eat a cake. Before we get on with the video, there's a couple of things I need to say, some little disclaimers. First of them being, I am no way, shape, or form a nutritionist. I am simply following a nutrition plan given to me by my coach. Also, when it comes to weight loss, you can eat whatever you want. I don't care what anyone says, as long as you are in a caloric deficit. I don't want to get too much into that because this could be a topic for a really long time and it's not really the topic of the video. Without further ado, let's just get right into it, and I want to show you guys what I eat in a day for weight loss. Okay, so for breakfast, I'm going to be making an egg white omelet with some spinach in the middle. Going to shake it, and I want about 1.25 cups, so I'm just going to put a little bit more than a cup. I've already preheated the skillet, and I've put some olive oil cooking spray, just a little bit, and then I'm going to put this. Then we're going to sprinkle some spinach. So I'm getting ready to work out, and I'm going to prepare my protein shake. Let me set the camera down real quick. I really like this protein because it's low in sugar and fat. Gives you 24 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat, and it's 110 calories. I'm gonna take, and it's also delicious. I'm gonna take 1 scoop, put it in my blender bottle, add some water. I love it because it's really good at dissolving as well. Just put water and it's almost dissolved. Here are some Beyond the Basics information, has some BCAAs. For optimal results, used within 1 hour before or after exercise. I'm going to be taking this before I exercise. And it's nice and blended. I'm going to be drinking this on my way to the gym. And then while I'm working out, I'm going to be taking some BCAAs. And BCAAs are really good for muscle recovery. Here are some of the information and also the ratios. This one is pink lemonade. And you're supposed to put 2 scoops for 20 ounces of water. Just for reference, a full blender bottle is 20 ounces of water. And for this one, you don't really need this little metal ball. It dissolves really well. I just give it a little shake and it dissolves without it. And it's ready, so I'm gonna head to the gym and I will be back with my lunch. All right, so I just finished my workout, and a quick tip that I'm gonna give you guys is to cook a little bit more for dinner so you could have extra for lunch. So that's I've got my meat, which is about the size of the palm of my hand, my veggies, about a cup or a fist size, and then my carbs, I have some white rice, and I'm gonna do half a cup of white rice, and that's gonna be my lunch. All right, it's time for my mid-afternoon snack, which is a protein drink again. right, so I'm getting ready to make some dinner. And I have some pre-cut onions thanks to the hubby. I'm just adding some on the skillet. I also have some garlic that was pre-peeled. I'm going to also be placing this on the pan. So now that I have that, I'm just going to mix it up a little bit, lower the heat, and just let it simmer. I have some pre-cut chicken that I had already prepped and marinated. So I'm just gonna grab some chicken, place it on here. I'm gonna add some basil leaves on the top, just a little bit. And that's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna let it cook for a little bit. Okay, so while the chicken is cooking, we are going to prep our Brussels sprouts. And then once they're nice and washed, we're gonna start cutting them. I used to absolutely hate Brussels sprouts, but my friend Melanie taught me a way of making them actually bearable to eat. And here are my beautifully cut Brussels sprouts, which are gonna be put to the side for a little bit. I'm gonna grab this little thing and flip it. Notice I like to just cut some slits into the meat so it could cook evenly inside because no one wants to get salmonella. All right, so I grabbed a pan to start cooking the Brussels sprouts, and I moved the skillet since it's a little bit smaller. I moved it over there. So this is on medium heat. I'm going to grab the Brussels sprouts and just put them down like this. And the trick of making them tasty or better, I like to cook them really well to the point that they're soft. And that way, it makes them tastier. Almost like to the point where they get black on one side. They're not burnt, but very dark. And I forgot to mention that you can add some salt. This is my favorite, Himalayan salt. And I mean, it's pink too, so it's, you know, cute as well. I wanted to show you how it's gonna look. You see how it's a bit dark, but it's not burned, and it's also nice and soft. So that's how you want them to look. And then you can go ahead and flip them. All right, so here is my dinner. I've got my Brussels sprouts and my chicken, and I'm going to have an avocado. It's supposed to be half, but because this avocado is pretty tiny, I'm gonna have the whole thing. And for dinner, if you notice, I substitute my carbs for some good fats, which is the avocado. And here's the plate with the avocado. Doesn't look that appetizing, but the avocado is my favorite part, and the chicken too. It's really good. And it is in a container because I did meal prep it. All right, so now that you guys saw what I eat to lose weight, there's a couple of things that I want to explain. So like I said, I am on a meal plan. And when you do start a nutrition plan, you want to make sure that it's something sustainable, because if it's not sustainable, you're not going to be able to do it for a long time. And then what ends up happening is you tend to go back to your old roots. It's important to do what's good for you. But for me, I like to stick with something pretty straightforward, and this is what you have to do, pretty black and white right from the beginning. And then once I've got myself in a routine, I know what I'm doing, kind of start implementing things that are not so healthy, if that makes sense. For example, a little bit of something sweet. My meal plan consists of, and you're gonna see me on my phone because I have it here. For breakfast, I have one veggie, and the veggie I like to go by the size of my fist, and that also helps you to practice portion control. For protein, it's the size of my palm, and for carbs, it's also the size of my fist. When it comes to veggies, I have to stick with green leafy greens. As far as carbs, I could have anything like sweet potato, a half of a piece of fruit, because fruit turns into sugar and so does carbs. Then I have a protein shake like you saw for my mid-morning snack. And then for lunch, the same thing. I have my veggies, protein, and a carb. And then my late afternoon snack, I have another protein shake. And the protein shake does have to be very low in sugar and higher than 20 grams of protein. And then the difference with dinner is that instead of having carbs, I substitute for fats. So that's why I was eating an avocado. Avocados are really good in fats. And then of course I have my protein and my veggies. And aside from a healthy diet, I also work out 3 times a week, and that could be anything that you guys like. I personally do CrossFit. When it comes to exercising and eating healthy, your nutrition is so important. It's basically 80% of the whole process, and 20% is the whole working out process. So it's very important that they both work hand in hand. And lastly, what I wanted to talk about is mindset. Mindset is so important because when you are on a weight loss program or you have goals that you want to achieve, it's hard, I'm not gonna lie. But when you think of your whys and you keep focusing on them, it becomes easier and easier. So before I leave you guys today, I wanted to leave you with something to think about. And I wrote this down on my phone because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to forget. I might be watching this and saying, that's too hard, I'm not gonna be able to do this. But instead of thinking like that, or this can be applied in so many ways. For example, if you want something, but you can't afford it. Instead of thinking, I can't afford it, or I can't do this, this is too hard, our brains automatically shut down when we give that response. So instead of that, we want to shift our mindset and instead ask, how can I do that? How can I afford it? How can I make time? How can I incorporate this in my life? So it really is a mindset. So remember, instead of closing off and saying, I can't do this, think, how can I do this? And this could be even incorporated when it comes to working out. Instead of thinking, I don't have time to work out, how can I make time to work out? I hope that this video has helped some of you. Many have asked what I'm doing to lose weight and what I'm eating, so I thought it would be the best to do a little video about that. If you guys want more videos like this, let me know down below. It helps me to stay motivated. I also hope it helps those of you that have asked me for this video. And again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!